Sheldon, what was the key to setting the tone in the game tonight?
Well, I think it was just important for us to come out again and have a really good defensive effort as a team. That's a group of forwards, I feel, and many of them returning from last year, that can be very dynamic, can score a lot if you let them. So I thought we did a really good job of that, the first period especially, and then obviously to come out of the first period with a lead and then extend that lead in the second period. Just set us up well in the third. So it was a really good effort for our guys. We still have lots of room to improve, which is the most encouraging thing. But clearly we've been a lot more organized and played better as a team here of late.
We talked about the chemistry of the team in the pregame, about how it really clicking in the last few games. How would you assess the team's chemistry in the game that we just had?
I thought it was pretty good. At times, we were a little careless with the puck, or maybe didn't execute the way that we want to. But we just feel like we're playing the way that we want to. We're in position the way that we want to be. Maybe the execution at times falls off, but there is another team on the ice, and it's going to make things difficult on you at different times. But I just feel like we're on the same page here now as a group, and that sets us up well to kind of take the next step as a team.
Ahead of the road trip coming up, 5 games is the longest away stretch that you guys have of the season. What becomes the message in the locker room?
Well, you know what? It's a strange road trip, road stretch in that we spend a lot of it here in Toronto, and there's big breaks between games. I think we've got 2 games in the next 13 days, which is extremely rare and odd in this league. So we're going to take some time off. That's the first thing. It's been a grind here for our group. Long training camp and then right into the regular season. We've had a number of players that have been fighting injuries and illnesses, so we're going to give them the weekend off here, and then we're going to kind of ease into the week and prepare for our next game against Cleveland.
How unique is it to see someone like Rasmussen, 18 years old, be so poised with a puck at this level so quickly?
I think it's definitely unique, and poised is the right word for him. He's very calm. I don't think he doesn't waste an ounce of energy when he's on the ice. He's very much in control, and a lot of that comes from his brain. Just the way that he works mentally and the way that he processes things is very good, and that allows him to be comfortable in these surroundings.
Coach, you really started on the power play tonight. Why do you think you guys weren't able to capitalize, and how are you going to address that moving forward?
Well, you know what? When I say we're able to take the next step as a team, I think that's where we can spend more time. Our power play was very good early on in the season, and clearly we were not very good in any other area. So then you stop working on the power play and you start plugging holes in all the other areas of the game that give you a chance to win games. So now that we've done a better job of that, we can spend a little more time on the power play. Clearly we need that, but it's early going here. You can't fix everything all at once. And if we were peaking in October, I would be concerned.
What was the purpose of that timeout right before the 5-on-3? What were you telling your players, and what were you trying to accomplish at that time?
Well, we're just trying to get a little more organized. I talked about it last week. We haven't spent any time on our 5-on-3. We still haven't. We're not going to prioritize that until we can take care of the areas that are more likely to occur and occur more often in a game. But we're going to get there in terms of fixing those kind of things and addressing them. We'd like to execute a little bit better. For sure, but like I said, it's a work in progress here. It's a long season, and we'll just continue to plug away at things.
How big is that to have like a talent like Sandin on your third pair? Like, does that really round things out and give you a different kind of element?
Well, yeah, he's a good player, but he's still a young player, obviously, and you want to make sure that you're putting him in spots to succeed. And not only was it his first pro game today, but it was his first game in over a month or close to a month since his injury. So got all those kind of things. But it wasn't just the defense today. Engvall comes back into the lineup today, and that's probably as deep a forward group as we've had play yet this season. So that helped us, and it was just a good team today.
Like Jeremy Bracco and Timashov, only 1 goal each so far this season. Is it kind of are they overthinking things? Are they trying too hard to maybe get that second goal, get on the board more? Or
I don't know that I would ever classify either of those guys as goal scorers. I think if you look at their history, they've never been goal scorers. They're guys that make plays and drive play, set others up. So I have no issues with that kind of stuff. The thing with both of those guys, we want them to be really good in other areas of the game, and they've been doing that. They've both been working extremely hard, and there's, a lot of positive things happening here around our team. So when we talk about the power play, we talk about certain guys maybe not scoring. I don't think about that for 1 second. There's a lot of positive things. Our guys are working real hard, and we're getting better every day.
You guys have found a way to suppress quite a lot of shots over the last few games. What defensive adjustment have you made an effort to, and how has that really worked out?
Well, it was a lot of it just working together as a group of five, a lot better, a lot tighter with our gap control and our forwards helping out. But so there's that piece of it. Then it's just there's so much focus on the defensive side, of course, and that is a big factor we had to focus on. But we also had to get better with the puck offensively. We had to spend more time with it. We had to make more plays. We had to break out better. Had to execute better, and that's still something we'll continue to focus on. But I think all of that is will come together nicely for us.
Rasmussen aside, there are many fewer rookies on this team than there were last year's, and I think 4 of the 5 core pillars of the leadership group from last year are still intact. Have you seen their sort of interactions with the players now that they've got a year under their belts? How have you seen them sort of like adapt in their position here?
The leaders?
Yes.
I think it's been great. And, in particular, I mean, Greening and Clune and these guys have been around here, but you look at Laverty and Mueller coming back for a second year, they're far more comfortable here now, and I think we see more of their true selves. It was tough for them, as it is any player coming into a new organization in the early going. I think we got Cracknell and Juris and Gagne that are sort of going through that here and right now. And those guys are doing a great job of adjusting and finding their place here. Year 2 for Mueller and Laverty in particular has really helped things come together in the leadership department.